Hey guys, today I'm documenting how to change an alternator on a 2009 petrol Hyundai iLoad. First of all, we're going to need to disconnect the battery, but a few tools you're going to need because we're going to need to remove this, the fan, just so we can get to this part. So we might need to clear a few of these parts out of the way. Okay, so now the battery's out, you can see closer to what else we need to get out. So we're going to have to take the tension off this belt to get this out as well, which the tension is in the middle. So I think the easiest way, so we don't have to pull out the coolant system, the radiator, is just to pull the fan off. I've never seen this done on YouTube, so this is why I'm documenting it. We're also going to have to pull this overflow off, but I'm trying to keep it all connected and maybe just rest it off to the side, because I think we can slide the fan down. We're going to have to remove this and then out this way, giving us enough room to then replace that part right there. So yeah, I'm going to start by removing this and the air intake, which is just where the air comes in through to the box. So you can just pull this off and it should just move out of the way, giving us a little bit more room as well. Alright, okay, so I've moved this out of the way, 3 bolts, just unscrewed them with a 10mm just in from the face of this fan system. The other thing was the shroud for the air. One thing to mention is there's a little clip on the bottom there, so you have to put your hand underneath to unclip it, so keep that in mind. Alright, now seeing what we need to do from here, a little bit more room for this alternator, but we still need to get to that torsioner down there, so we're going to have to pull this out. We're going to have to unclip all of the electrics, so just undo that, and there should be one on this side too. Yep, okay. Alright, and that one. So there will be a few on the top mount holding the fan. 1, 2, 3, and then from the bottom I think it just clips on. So we'll start by taking off these bolts at the top here. Hopefully this swings forward and then we just clip it out, slide it off to the left and bring it out through this side we've just created. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, so having those bolts undone, this is now loose, the fan. Just to give me more room to slide it out, I'm just going to loosen this bolt and slide the water off, just so I can... But yeah, it's actually 2 fans. I'm just discovering this as we go, because there's no tutorials how to do this, and I'm trying to do it without having to drain the coolant and take the radiator out. So if we get the 2 fans out, get this first one out here and get the second one out and through, then I should have enough room just to do it from here, and that's what I'm hoping. So you're along for the ride here, see how we go. So yeah, loosen this, slide the first one out, loosen the second one, slide that one out, have the 2 fans out ready to go. Okay, so now we have those 2 fans out, worked a treat, which is beautiful, so I don't have to drain any of the radiator fluid, so it should make this job pretty easy. So that's where we're trying to get to. This is the torsion, and it's going to want to pull up and then just takes the weight off. It's just spring loaded to keep tension on the belt. But first thing, I'm going to just get a paint pen and we're going to mark where the belt is on each of the pulleys, because if this belt comes off, then we can just easily see how it's meant to go back on. I probably will stick my phone down there, take a couple of photos just to double check, because if it does come off and we don't put it on correct, that's a big issue. So yeah, just to do it, got enough room. You beauty, we figured it out. So kind of stoked about that. Every other tutorial said that you have to pull out the radiator, and that's just a much bigger job, because you're draining it just to fill it back up, and then you have to take all this off just to pull that. Yep, this should work a treat. So you beauty, we're on here. So first we're going to want to take off the power to the alternator as well. We'll do that first before we even take the tension off, because that's what we should be doing. But yeah, there's a couple plugs in there, just make sure it's fully disconnected. Yeah, check in soon. Okay, a couple of things I'm noticing is you're also going to need a 12mm. We're going to take the ground off and then also disconnect that. So I'm going to take it off from the frame because then I can just take this bit off, put it on my new alternator, and it'll be easy to join back on because that's pretty inaccessible. So I'll just take it off from the frame here. Okay, so now that we have this bolt off, it was just a shackle with a bolt, take that off, and the plug. Make sure you don't damage it, take it off, and we've also got the ground off. So now all we need to do is take off 3 pins that's holding it in place. So there's one down there, which is a slide pin, and one over in here. Before we do that, let's mark this belt so we know that we've got it all set up if it comes off. Okay, so we've marked where the belt goes, and this is just how it's set up. Okay, so I've noticed that yes, it is this one here, and you want to lift it up and to the left. So to the left from here takes the tension off from up here, so you can just flip this off, try to leave the rest kind of where it is, so it makes it easy to put back together. Okay, so now the belt's off, there's 2 pins holding it in place. So we've got one up the top here and another one down the bottom. So this bit actually swings forward if you take the top belt off first. Not belt, I mean bolt. So once those 2 pins are out, I'll show you on this new one. It goes through like this way, but you've got to keep in mind that this can slide forward, preventing you from getting it off. So maybe with a screwdriver, you just come down the side and lever it just to push it just enough so you clear that. This should just come out. I should really use 2 hands. But yeah. Okay, now we have it out of the car, we can see the difference and where the problem lies. There's feathers in the copper. There is still tension on this, so sometimes the gear that runs the brush is what goes. So in this case it's not, so might be able to salvage it, recondition it. But today we're going to put this in, and now that we've got it out, I just gave it a little clean. Just have a look around, just make sure it's all, because we're going to put a new electronic unit in there. May as well just give it a clean. So I sprayed some silicone, give it a wipe with an oven wipe, something like this should do. And yeah, we'll put the new one in and hook it back up. Okay, new alternator in, 2 pins, sling it, clamps it together with that bolt on the other side. So you just tighten it, boom. Now we're gonna have to take the tension off the belt just to get it back up over, and also reconnect these power cables. Jeez, my brain's going to mush. It's been a long day. But we're getting there. Okay, belt back on, tension. These have been plugged in. You've got to be careful of these plugs when you pull this out. So just, yeah, obviously be gentle. We're going to get the fans back in. So let's start with that. Okay, there's 2 fans when putting back in. The smaller one goes on the right hand side, big one on the left. You can see the plugs correlating in the whole housing, so that goes in through the top. And this one just on the side, which is there. Also, you can see the distancing of the brackets on the bottom. This is closer together, so the small one goes on the right. Just thought I mentioned. Okay, fast forward in a bit. 2 fans back in. Put this back. Batteries in. I've actually taken it for a drive. The alternator's working. Batteries back to bueno. So yeah, just needed a new alternator. All fixed.